Hello preppers, welcome to the channel. Let me ask you something, and seriously consider this. Are you prepping to survive? Or are you prepping to thrive? Obviously we want to survive, but understand that in a crap hits the fan situation, if you aren't doing more toward the thrive aspect of it, you're eating garbage food and such, then your body levels will go down, your energy will go down, you are more susceptible to disease. So when we prep, obviously, we're going to have a lot of things like rice and beans. That's great. But you want to have foods that's going to make you thrive and actually be very, very healthy for you. And with that, I'm going to go through 4 foods that are probably the best foods to prep. I'm not saying they're going to be easy preps, but foods that you want to prep to make it so you're as healthy as you can be. Now, let's start off with the 4th, and we'll go to saving the best for last. Number 4 is peanut butter. I love peanut butter personally. It's high in proteins, lots of really good fats for you. It is a little bit higher in carbs, but honestly, if crap hits the fan, you may want the extra carbs so you have the energy. Personally, I always keep a jar with me. I literally have a jar of sugar-free peanut butter wherever I go. That is my go-to pick-me-up if I ever get a little bit hungry or need a little bit of energy. Let's say I'm going to go into like some martial arts sparring or something. Now, with that in mind, make sure you get the sugar-free ones because I'll be honest with you, there are some monstrosity, horrible peanut butters out there, and you don't want to go with those at all. So make sure you look at the label. Make sure it simply is just squished up peanuts and that's it, but no sugar added. Now, shelf life is something you'll have to consider when it comes to this. And this honestly is one of the reasons why it's in 4th place is because it doesn't have a really long shelf life. We're looking at maybe 9 months, a year if you're really pushing it unopened. If you put it in the fridge, it'll last a little bit longer. Of course, it's kind of hard to spread at that point. But understand that after that, it'll start turning rancid again. We talked about fats are in there. Those lipids in there are really good for you. They'll make it turn rancid. Now, when something turns rancid, it's not toxic. It's not going to kill you. It'll make your stomach upset and take some of the nutritional level down a bit. So you can still eat rancid peanut butter 5 years into the apocalypse and you'll be fine. But of course, this is not very flavorful, kind of nasty. All right. So ultimately, with that, storing peanut butter jars may not be your best bet, but peanut butter powder is. And I pulled one up on Amazon here. This is what I'm going to recommend. I'll put a link for this below. 1.5 pounds of powdered peanut butter from U.S. farms. And why do I pick this one? Because it's not one of the monstrosities. It's vegan, it's non-GMO, there's only one ingredient, peanuts, there's no additives, no sweeteners. And again, if you come down here, look at this over here, ingredients, peanuts. Now, I'm not saying the peanut butter powder will last forever either, but it'll certainly last far longer than the actual peanut butter itself. So get some peanut butter powder and add it to your stockpiles. Number 2, well, honestly, tied for 2nd place between 2nd and 3rd. The first I want to look at is steak. Steak is incredible. Look at this article. We'll be very brief with this. 5 healthy benefits for eating steak. It's one of the best protein-rich foods. Not just protein-rich, but the best source of protein you can get when it comes to food, steak. It can help prevent iron deficiency, which is a big thing, especially as people age. Plus, it has a lot of other micronutrients, vitamins and such. And this is obviously funny. It can improve your smile. I know I smile every time I eat steak, but that's not what we're talking about. The American Dental Association says red meat, like steak, for example, is rich in all kinds of things that helps your teeth. And this one's very important, even though it's listed as number 5. Steak is good for mental health. Eating steak lowers your incidence of mental health disorders. And that's interesting too, because if you ever sat down and had a really good steak afterwards, you just feel amazing. Your brain is sharp. There's lots of good benefits to steak. Obviously, stockpiling steak is difficult unless you stockpile cows eating grass in your backyard. That'd be a great option, wouldn't it? So you have to get creative. Learn to smoke, not smoke, but smoke your meats, be able to put it so it can preserve it that way. And obviously, you can put them in a freezer too. That's what we do. And if the crap hits the fan, you're not going to have a generator or power coming to your house as far as gasoline goes. So you need to have an alternate means for your freezer. For us, we have like a large Bluetti solar generator, which I'll link below as well. It works well in keeping our freezers, plural, going. So that way we can have lots of steak from here on in. Again, steak is an amazing thing. Obviously, eating beef, just like hamburger, is good too, but steak is the best. And that's what you'll see if you can possibly stockpile. Now, I already said that steak and another thing tie for 2nd and 3rd place. So we also look at fish. Fish is incredible. And again, we're only going to touch on this, 11 evidence-based health benefits of eating fish. There's lots of them. Lots of important nutrients that we need. May lower your risk of heart attacks and strokes. Has nutrients that are crucial during development. Also boost your brain health, which is important. May help prevent and treat depression. Again, lots of vitamins like vitamin D. May reduce your risk of autoimmune diseases. And let's talk about that for just a second. There's a lot of autoimmune diseases that where your own immune system attacks your body. They are on the serious increase in rise in America, and fish may actually lower the incidence. Tell me, are you suffering from some autoimmune disease? There's lots of them. And again, it's actually growing as far as in our population. May help prevent asthma in kids, protects your vision as you grow old, makes you sleep better, and of course, it's delicious and easy to prepare. So many benefits to fish. Obviously, if you have a river in your backyard or something like that where you can go fishing, that's the way to go. Because I checked on Amazon, I haven't seen any powdered fish lately. But obviously, we have a lot of options in case you don't have that river. For example, canned tuna, canned salmon, canned mackerel, sardines. There's lots of canned fish which are just as good. So I always say before, canned foods are amazing for stockpiling. Stockpile lots and lots of fish as far as the canned meats go. It's going to be really good for you. All right, here we go. The number one perfect food you should have, eggs. 6 reasons why eggs are the healthiest food on the planet. Oh, yes, I say this all the time. Eggs, the perfect food. Whole eggs are among the most nutritious foods on earth. Lots and lots of vitamins, things you need, so much stuff. This is so important. Eggs improve your cholesterol profile and do not raise your risk of heart disease. Why are we stressing this? Because there's been so much garbage about eggs, good for you. Then eggs are bad for you. They have high cholesterol. Bull. Eggs are the best thing on the planet. Loaded with choline, also needed for the brain. High quality proteins that you need. You have to have a lot of perfect amino acids to be able to make your proteins. Also loaded with nutrients that help protect your eyes. And eggs for breakfast can help you lose body fat. So clearly the best option is to have chickens in your backyard. I mean, I know zoning may not allow that for you. And not only that, but predators get in. Chickens are not the easiest things in the world. Although, if you can do it, so beneficial getting fresh eggs from your chickens every single day. I do worry sometimes about the store-bought eggs as far as like some of the chemicals that may be getting into them, some of the stuff they give the chickens, etc. So getting maybe organic eggs, or maybe there's a farm down the street from you that has eggs. Either way, try to secure as many eggs as possible. And if you can't have chickens or can't get eggs as far as the natural fresh way, there are other options as well. Ready Wise has huge buckets of powdered eggs. And so does Augason Farms, which even though we have a plethora of chickens in our backyard and we get lots of eggs, we have a lot of powdered eggs too, just in case. Because again, it's not simply about surviving, it's about thriving. And if you have the mindset, oh, no, I just want to survive, you're probably not going to survive because if you're not getting the nutrients, your energy levels are going to be low. Your metabolic rates in your body as far as making amino acid into proteins and stuff are not going to work well for you. You're not going to be really good for a whole lot unless you actually have good foods, not just food, processed food, garbage food, etc. Not the best thing in the world, obviously. But anyways, I'll put links below for all those different things we see in Amazon. But either way, there's 4 things for you want to look at as far as really good foods to help you thrive and survive all the things that are coming. And things are coming. Thanks for watching.